This is everything you need to know about Disney's Contemporary Resort. Yep, this is a crash course in one of Disney World's most historic hotels, so you know whether this hotel is right for you or if you should avoid the splurge and just pay a visit for the day. Now, just as the name suggests, the theme here at the Contemporary is contemporary, but remember, contemporary in the 1970s when this hotel first opened. So of course to us it's not super contemporary anymore, but at the time it really was. But I will say there have been recent renovations to the rooms and all of the common areas, so it's feeling a little bit more contemporary in today's term. There are also different sections to this hotel. So first you've got the large A-frame section, which is called the Tower, which is what most people think of when they see the Contemporary, the big structure that the monorail goes through. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Tower. And then there's also one garden wing, which is the South Tower. They've also got Bay Lake Tower, which is the DVC area of the resort. The Contemporary is one of the two original Walt Disney World hotels here on opening day, so it is very historic. People love it for that reason. And it's a deluxe resort, which means the highest prices, the most amenities in the deluxe category. It's also in the Magic Kingdom Resort area, and it is a monorail resort, so it's one of the 3 hotels on the monorail loop. Now let's talk about the rooms. So this resort has gotten a recent retheme of most of the rooms, and that is the Incredibles rooms. So all of these rooms here at this resort have been rethemed to the Incredibles movies. It was kind of a controversial decision at the time. It's still controversial now because people didn't love the idea. I think they're super cute. I think it'd be fun to stay in them. Quincy, of course, has stayed in one already, and you can see that video up on our channel now. So I think it's fun, but it's a little controversial, and I can understand the other side of the argument as well. At this point in time, all of the rooms at the entire Contemporary Resort have been rethemed to the Incredibles, so the DVC rooms are not the Incredibles themed. Now, of course, staying at a deluxe resort means more space and better amenities usually, but it also means deluxe resort prices. So in 2023, rooms started at $530 per night at the Contemporary for the Garden Wing and $750 for the main tower. So yes, of course, you will be paying those deluxe resort prices, but you get more amenities for that. But there are ways you can get around that deluxe resort price, and that is by renting DVC points. So you can use companies like David's DVC Rentals at dvcrequest.com to rent DVC points instead of paying cash for a deluxe resort. So especially when it comes to DVC resorts like the Contemporary, you don't have to be a DVC member. DVC means Disney's Vacation Club. You don't have to be a DVC member to stay here. You can pay cash for those rooms, but they will be very, very expensive. But if you use a service like David's DVC Rentals, you can rent points where DVC members will sell their points when they're not staying on property, and you can stay there for so much cheaper. Please use David's DVC Rentals. Save yourself some cash. It is a great way to stay at maybe a bucket list resort for you without paying that crazy Disney Deluxe resort price. And let's talk about views. So of course there are a variety of views that you can have throughout this resort, including lake view and theme park view options, plus club level and suite options as well. So there's many things to choose from, and of course they're all going to be different price points. When it comes to dining, there are a bunch of options here at the Contemporary. Starting off in the lobby, you've got Contemporary Grounds, which is basically a little coffee shop with some Joffreys, couple pastries, just a few items. It's not very big, but if you're on your way to the parks, you can grab some coffee on your way to the bus or walking to Magic Kingdom. Next up, we've got Steakhouse 71, which is a recent addition here at the Contemporary. It is a table service restaurant themed to 1971, the year that Walt Disney World opened, and I love this restaurant. It is one of my favorites. It's become a tradition for me to eat here all the time. I eat here anytime I can. That stack burger is amazing. I honestly think about that burger all the time. And I was even with Emma when she tried the smash burger for the first time, and I have photographic evidence of her reaction, and it was wonderful and lovely, and that's a fun memory that I have with Emma. So honestly, Steakhouse 71, love it. If you didn't snag a reservation, you can always go to the lounge and order off the menu there as well. Pro tip. And next up, you've got California Grill, which is very fancy signature dining table service restaurant at the top of the Contemporary. So this is on the 15th floor where you can see Magic Kingdom, you can see the Seven Seas Lagoon. It's very beautiful up there. This is one of those special occasion type restaurants. This is not probably something that you'll do on every single Disney World trip, but this is a great place to celebrate anniversaries or birthdays or special occasions, and it's very nice to relax, take in the views, and have some more delectable, more signature fine dining type of meal. This is also one of the best places you can see Magic Kingdom fireworks. Now, there is viewing area outside up on the balcony, so if you are dining during fireworks times, you can go outside and watch them. They do pipe the music in. It's very fun, very special. And also, if you have a dining reservation earlier in the day before fireworks time, just keep your receipt and then you can go back to California Grill to go upstairs to watch the fireworks if you want to. So don't feel pressured that you have to grab a dining reservation during fireworks time. Just keep your receipt and you can head up there when the fireworks start. And next up, there is a character dining experience here in this hotel. This is on the 4th floor, and I'm talking about Chef Mickey's. Chef Mickey's is going to be the type of character dining meal that you typically think of. It's got all of your favorite characters. Here you'll find Mickey and Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, and Donald. For breakfast, you can get Mickey waffles and other various breakfast items, and dinner is also your typical American cuisine. This is really fun for kiddos, especially if maybe you're on a first trip with a kid and they just really want to see Mickey Mouse. This is just going to be your typical character dining experience. Next up, we've got the Outer Rim Lounge, which is right next to Chef Mickey's on the 4th floor concourse. This is your typical lounge bar situation. There's actually no food here, it's only drinks, but you can admire stunning views of Bay Lake with your cocktails before or after dinner. We do like hanging out here. Sometimes I forget about it because it is so tucked away and you don't always notice it, but it's got some solid options for drinks. You can sit there, take a view of Bay Lake, watch the boats pass by, and it's just a nice place to relax. And right next to Chef Mickey's as well, we've got Contempo Cafe. This is a quick service restaurant. It's your typical quick service in a resort. It's mostly American cuisine, but they've got a few solid options for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is also the spot where you can get your refillable resort mug if you are staying here. For breakfast, you've got your typical options like a breakfast platter with Mickey-shaped waffles, eggs, sausage, and potato barrels. You can get a loaded tacho bowl, which is awesome, a breakfast flatbread, or Mickey-shaped waffles, or a sandwich. And then for lunch and dinner, you're going to find your typical resort food items like a burger, sandwiches, things of that nature. Ooh, you can get 4 cheese grilled cheese with tomato soup. That sounds really nice. You've got different flatbreads and of course plant-based options as well. As far as your pool bar here at Contemporary, you're going to have the Sand Bar, and this is your typical pool bar. You can picnic poolside with burgers, hot dogs, and more. They've got cocktails, draft beer, sangria, and wine to make it even more fun. There's also a full bar menu and some AC inside the actual bar, so if you don't want to sit out by the pool, you can sit up at the bar as well. And then at this resort, you also have the Cove Bar, which is where you'll find specialty cocktails, beer, wine, wraps, and salads at this more private poolside bar for guests of Bay Lake Tower and Disney Vacation Club members only. So this one isn't for everyone. This is only if you're staying in Bay Lake Tower. And then finally, on the topic of Bay Lake Tower and the Disney Vacation Club, we finally have the Top of the World Lounge, which is a villain's lair atop Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort. Here you can discover the untold story of this covert hideout for some of Disney's most dastardly villains. Here you can wind down your Disney day in wonderfully wicked fashion, complete with food and fireworks. And again, this is for Disney Vacation Club members only. Not everyone can come to this lounge. First and foremost, this resort does have a convention center, and sometimes that will affect your Disney vacation, unfortunately. When conventions are happening, this place is going to be very, very crowded. However, more than likely, you might not even run into those convention crowds, who knows, but I will say, I do love this resort. If you need a spot to relax, get away from the crowds, go to the convention center because you're going to be alone. I'm completely alone on the 2nd floor right now, and this is just a weird pro Disney World tip. Honestly, some of the best bathrooms in Disney World are at the convention center, specifically Contemporary 2nd floor, because no one is there. So if you need complete privacy, go to the convention center. You're welcome. There also is a fitness center here at this hotel for hotel guests to use at their leisure. There's also a fun arcade for your kiddos. Now you will have to pay to play those arcade games. They are not free, But if you're having a resort day and you're just doing stuff around the resort and want to play some arcade games, you can do that as well. And if you're having a pool day, you're going to spend most of your time at the Bay Pool. This is a great pool, solid option to spend some time in on those hot summer days. Go have fun, get some snacks by the pool, and just hang out. You can also do boat and cabana rentals at the Boat Nook. Now, these boat rentals include sea racers, pontoon boats, and bass fishing excursions. So this sounds like a lot of fun. I would love to go fishing in Disney World, so maybe one day I'll have to do that. But if you want to rent a boat, you can do that here at the Contemporary. You can also have campfires and watch movies under the stars here at the Contemporary. All the Disney resorts do this, so it's fun to mention. It's fun to hang out, roast some marshmallows, watch a Disney movie, and just spend some fun quality time together while on Disney vacation. There's also a community hall at Bay Lake Tower where they'll host various activities for families. They might have arts and crafts or trivia or even more movies over there as well. So if you are DVC, be sure to check that out. They also have sports courts here at the Contemporary, specifically tennis courts. So if you're into tennis, have some fun over there, maybe a nice resort morning, there's a place for you to do that. Of course, I'm not going to list every single activity here in this video. As always, with any Disney Resort hotel, please go find the recreation board. They're more than likely going to be close to the pool area, but this recreation board will show every activity that's going on at the resort. It'll give you times and prices if the activity does cost money. Most of the arts and crafts ones do, but there's so many fun things to do, so please go check out that recreation board and see if there's anything that you'd be interested in. And finally, what makes this resort specifically so special is that part of the activities is that you could watch fireworks and the electrical water pageant from this resort. So on the 4th floor concourse level, you can walk all the way outside towards Magic Kingdom and watch the fireworks from there. This is an awesome view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks. They do pump in the music, so you'll be able to hear it. There is a designated viewing area for those fireworks specifically, and it's just a fun way to watch the fireworks. Even if you don't have a Magic Kingdom park ticket for that day, you can still watch the fireworks. And my pro tip is that even though the designated area to watch fireworks is on the 4th floor, I recommend you go up just a few floors higher than that, still outside, standing on the rail, but sometimes on that 4th floor, depending on where you're standing, the monorail might be in your line of sight. So just go up a few floors above the monorail for an even better viewing experience. And even after the fireworks, there's more entertainment to watch because you can watch the electrical water pageant, which happens on the lake right next to Magic Kingdom in the evening. This is a super cute, fun thing that Disney has been doing for many, many years. It's just a fun little water pageant with lights on the water, and it's super fun, and you should watch it too. Okay, and just like staying at any Disney World resort, let's talk about those Disney Resort guest perks. By staying at the Contemporary, you do get early entry, which means you get into the theme parks 30 minutes before non-resort guests do, which that can be a big, big perk. You'll also get dining plan options in 2024, which is super exciting. You can even have extended evening hours, which is only a perk of deluxe Disney resorts. So not every resort guest gets this, but if you stay at the Contemporary, which is a deluxe resort, there will be certain nights at certain parks where you can stay in the parks after they officially close. Of course, you've also got that free Disney transportation. At the Contemporary, you've got monorail and buses. You can walk to Magic Kingdom. You can also take any of the free transportation around Disney World. And you also get a slight bump to your dining reservation window. So by staying at a Disney resort, you can book all of your dining throughout your entire trip on the first day of 60 days out. Instead of waiting each day to make new reservations, you can book them all. For example, say you have a 10-day trip, on 60 days out from your first day of your trip, you can book all of your dining reservations for your whole 10-day trip. So that's a big plus as well. And another big thing about deciding which hotel to stay at is the transportation options, because you want to know how quickly or how long it's going to take you to get to the park. So let's talk about it. The Contemporary Resort is a great resort for transportation reasons especially. Number one, you've got the monorail, which is going to get you quickly to Magic Kingdom and Epcot. That's 2 Disney parks. You don't have to get on a bus. It's very fun. The monorail is almost like your first ride at Disney World. Monorail is super fun, and it's super convenient when you are staying on the monorail loop. So that's great. You can also walk to Magic Kingdom. So between the 3 monorail resorts, the Contemporary is the shortest walk to Magic Kingdom. So that's also a plus if you like to walk in the mornings and think you're going to walk to Magic Kingdom. The walk will also most likely be a lot shorter than taking the monorail. You've also got the Bay Lake boats to the wilderness hotels, so Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. You can take boats to go check out those resorts over there. If you're doing a little resort hop kind of day, that would be really fun. The boats are back. Quincy loves a boat. I also love a boat. So go take a boat. Now for the other two parks, Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, you will have to take a bus, or, if you wanted to take an Uber, a Lyft, that sort of thing. The monorail is going to help you so much when it comes to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, but you will need to take a bus to the other two parks. So I'm here at Magic Kingdom, and instead of taking the monorail, I think I'm going to show you the little walkway path because it is really cute. It's a very short walk. It does not take long at all. So let's go for a walk. So that is the exit of the park if you're going towards the Disney buses. Disney buses are this way. The Contemporary walkway is going to be to the left. So it's just a little sidewalk right here, and you just walk just a few minutes straight to the resort. Yes, the monorail is super fun to go into the resort itself, but sometimes it's a hassle getting on the monorail, So right now, I'm just going to take a brisk little walk over to the Contemporary. And we made it. We are now at the front of the Contemporary Resort. It only took me about 5 to 7 minutes. So it's very nice, peaceful walk. All right, that was my very quick rundown of everything about the Contemporary Resort. So now let's talk about if you should get booking or keep looking. All right, so a couple reasons you should get booking is if this is a bucket list hotel for you. It's a very historic Disney World hotel. If that is a bucket list item for you, you should book this hotel. Or if you want to walk to Magic Kingdom or monorail to Magic Kingdom, if you just want to stay on the monorail resort loop and just walk into Magic Kingdom or hop on a quick monorail ride to Magic Kingdom, this is also a really good hotel option for you. Or finally, if you've got a kiddo or someone in your party who loves The Incredibles. All of these rooms have been rethemed to The Incredibles, so if that's a favorite movie of yours, then go right ahead, get booking. But if you don't like The Incredibles, then this is not the hotel for you. And on that note, let's talk about when you should keep looking. So there's a couple reasons why you should not book this hotel. Number one being those incredibly, pun intended, incredibly themed rooms. Sometimes people don't want all of the Disney themedness in their hotel room, and that's totally fine and understandable. So if you don't like a super themed hotel room when you get out of the parks at the end of the day, you're not going to want to stay here. Another reason not to stay here is that sometimes it can get loud, especially when you're staying in the main tower. There's a lot of things happening here. There are a bunch of restaurants and shops, and people stay out here pretty late. So especially if you're in the main tower, it's going to get a little bit noisy. So if that is something that you are not interested in, you should not book this hotel. And finally, you should not book this hotel if you're trying to save. This is a deluxe resort, and it's going to come at that deluxe price. Of course, like I already told you, it's got a lot of amenities that come with it, but if you're trying to save, if you're tight on your budget, then this is definitely not the hotel for you. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and now go watch Quincy's full tour of her stay at the Contemporary Resort. See you later!